Assalamualaikum and hi. I think it's not too late for me to wish happy Deepavali to our respective lecturer and also all my Indian guy. So before I start our presentation, I would like to introduce myself first. My name is Noor bin Abdul Kadir and I am currently third year student from Faculty of Mechanical Automotive Engineering. So yeah, let's proceed to the first assignment given to us. Our lecturer asked to pick one engine. So our group 5, pick Toyota Yaris for engine specification. This is automotive design BMA3323. So let's proceed to the next slide. Okay, this is our group member. Number one, I would like to introduce our group leader, which is MH252 LUQMAN Al-HAZEEQ bin ABDULL. He's our group member, and on his right is me, Noor bin Abdul Kadir, and on his left, MH253 MUINUDDin bin MAHMOOD. Next is ATEEF ALMANSOOR bin ANANDZACHERY. Faris Ahmad ZAINUDDin, Mama Faris bin Ahmad ZAINUDDin, and the last one is Ahmad FARHAN. I'm sorry because you cannot see this his name because because my face is on there. So this is table of content. In our presentation is divided by two, which is part one, which is introduction of Toyota Yaris. What is Toyota Yaris? Before the Toyota Yaris, what is the model of that? It's just a little bit introduction. And the part two, we are trying to get into the engine specification for this assignment one to our group 5. So this is will explain further by our group member. So that's all from me as introduction of our group and group member. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is AHMAD bin MAHMOOD, and I will talk about the introduction for this car. Toyota Yaris is a super mini or subcompact car produced by Toyota since 1999. Until now, Toyota Yaris has evolved until the 4th generation. For the latest generation, it offers one petrol engine and its 1496cc, which is 1.5 Dual VVT-I engine. The car also available in two transmission, which is manual and automatic transmission. For the mileage, it depends on the variant and fuel type. Could be seen 17.1 to 17.8 km per liter mileage recorded for the mileage, and it's equipped with 4 cylinder. That's all for me. I will pass to next presenter.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is FARHAN bin AZIZAN, and now I with my friend LUQMAN will present a bit about the overview history of Toyota Yaris. Toyota Yaris is a super mini or subcompact car that produced by Toyota since 1999, replacing the Starlet and Tercel. From the first generation, their launch model were equipped with one SZ-FE that produced 998cc with 16 4-cylinder petrol engine and with various valve timing that manufactured about 67 brake horsepower with fuel consumption about 50 miles per gallon. Since demand keep increasing, on October 1999, a second engine option will be being introduced, which is 2NZ-FE 1.3 liter VVT-I unit with 85 brake horsepower, especially high spec 5-door model. And next, I will pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
Okay, my name is LUQMAN Al-HAZEEQ bin ABDULL. So I will continue for the next overview history. So for the next point is ABS and electronic brake force distribution is shown to be advantageous around the globe. Makes a new multi-mode manual transmission option was made available on 1.0-liter unit. So what is the function of electric brake force distribution in anti-lock brake system? So actually, electric brake force distribution, or EBD, is an extension of anti-lock brake system (ABS). It ensures that the right amount of force is applied to each wheel in order to bring it to a complete halt. So for the next point is the second gen were completed with 1.8 liter dual VVT-I engine provided with intelligence on both intake and exhaust cycle. So on the third gen were sold in UK for 1.5 liter Atkinson cycle engine with 9.9 horsepower. So what is Atkinson cycle engine means? As the name suggests, there is 4-stroke engine have 4 separate phases, within a single intake, compression, combustion, and also exhaust. And each phases correspond to a full piston stroke inside the cylinder. So Toyota Yaris at its peak 3-cylinder 1.5 liter petrol engine that provided much greater efficiency. So thank you so much.
Okay, so for the engine technical data, I will just explain about fuel type, injection system, engine type, and then engine capacity, bore and stroke, also connecting rod length. So the other parts, which means the extras for this presentation. Okay, so for the fuel type, using petrol, then injection system use fuel injection, engine type, which is 1.5 dual VVT-I engine. The engine is obviously it's the same engine with the MyV. So program MyV using the same engine type, which is 1.5 dual VVT-I. So it means that this engine use safe petrol, and then the power output is also efficient. Okay, so the engine type using inline 4-cylinder, and then for the engine capacity, which is 1,497 centimeter cubic, bore and stroke 71 millimeter and 84 millimeter respectively. So connecting rod length, which is 140.8 millimeter. And then the extras that we got by research is the number of valve. The number of valve is 16 valve. And then another extras is the compression ratio. The compression ratio is 10 to 5 ratio. It is 10 to 5 because it's actually a natural aspirated engine, so it does need a higher compression so that the fuel can burn and make an efficient explode in the combustion chamber. So that was for me.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. For the chassis specification, he used a front-wheel drive, and the chassis type is unibody. In other words, we call a single frame. Okay, the front and rear tire, we use 1.5, 60, and the radius is 50. Okay, for the brake system, Toyota Yaris use a ventilate disc. For the rear brake, we use a drum. Okay, for the steering, right and pinion, we use the electric power steering. Okay, for the parking brake, we have a handbrake.